Nope, this was not planned. This was not, well, kind of planned, but not planned. Hi, I'm James Lott Jr. This is the Bold and Beautiful Rewind special on July 3rd, 2021. I'm James Lott Jr., your host. And this was, again, this was not really planned. I wasn't planning on doing this. I'm having the weekend off.
This was
And I decided, I just finished watching the show, the week's worth of shows, and I was going to do the Bold and Beautiful Rewind, which many of you know is an audio only podcast. We usually just do just audio, and it's usually me, sometimes with the guests, sometimes by myself. And I left a little chat open just in case anybody comes in. And I was relaxing because it is, it's July weekend, and hi Susan Russo. And I wasn't going to do this normally. I said, but I thought, you know what? I watched the week. There's no shows tomorrow, so there's no Bold and Beautiful Rewind, Spotlight, no Y&R, no GH, no Audition Days. Nothing. We're taking tomorrow off because it's 4th of July. But then I come on for a little bit and just mention some of the things that happened this week that I thought was interesting that also have to do with history. So Bold and Beautiful Rewind is an audio only podcast. It usually comes out on Fridays. Today is Saturday. And it's a lot of fun. You talk about the past. You take something from the present related to the past, and talk about it. And I'm gonna do that again here. Usually it's quick, not that long. Sometimes there's interviews. You can find on any streaming service that's out there. Hi, Kenneth Clark. But I thought today I'd come on and talk a little bit about what happened this week. And I want to shout out to my co-hosts for the Spotlight. Tammy Govea and Amanda Russ. Shout out to you guys. They don't even know I'm doing this either. It was a last minute thing. As when you come from home, as you can see, I'm at home. All my Grogu's, all my booze, my ring light. You can do whatever you want, right? But I shout out to them. I'm actually gonna see Tammy Govea tomorrow. I smell Francois. Hello, everybody. I have my water with me. I feel I need some water. Oh, too late now. I can't get it. But I just had to mention that this week on Bold and Beautiful was good. It was very interesting. They brought out Donna, and that is part of the history. They showed flashbacks of Eric and Donna. They don't mention Justin and Donna. Mention that, but they mention Eric and Donna. I feel like, and maybe you guys at home also in the chat who watch Bold, feel like they're going to lead finally towards a possible reunion between Eric and wife number 4 or 5, Miss Donna. They hadn't shown flashbacks in a long time. That, oh, okay, so they're setting something up. The whole reveal that happened on Friday, and Donna talking to Katie. There's something going on there, right? There's something going. Maybe they'll lead that finally. It was a good montage. I agree. I think they look so young. They look good now too. I was like, wow, they still look so young. And it's always cool when it's the original actors where they can actually go back and do flashbacks and show them 10, 15, 20, sometimes 30 years ago. It's a trip. It's a total trip to see that. I think I've been pushing for a Donna storyline. I've been pushing for it. And Kenneth, I love I love me some Denise Richards and some Shauna. They've been also pushing that too. You're a bright light. You're a guest. You're a friend. So I don't know how this is going to go down because she's part of the lie. Eric may feel like I can't, because just with Carter saying what he said, and Eric was looking at him like, what in the? I think, and even though Shauna's trying to cover for Quinn, I think Eric's going to see that and go, you're part of all that. You guys are all part of it. It should be good on Monday. It should be good on Monday, right? So I don't know. I just think that it's going to be very interesting. I think it'll be them. Yeah, right. They have a child together. They have Marcus, and they don't talk about it. So, but think about it. Marcus was adopted by Eric, so he's a Forrester. That's me. So another connection for Donna and Eric. But I thought good use of history. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Whether it's Shauna, Donna, it's fine with me. I'm a quarter fan. I'm all in. So I'm like, let's go to after and see what happens. But it was Mama Brooke who got wind as usual. I love how Eric told her, you can't stand behind this. You need to go. Like he was like, I love you. I mean, they love each other. I mean, these are two of the original cast members of Bold and Beautiful. It's like almost 40 years they've been together on this show. They've been through a lot. So I think it was fitting that Brooke would be the one to talk to Paris. And I'm just like, oh, I can think, oh my God, Paris, you have no idea. When this all goes down and Quinn, because Quinn's gonna not just lie down, take this lying down. At some point, she's gonna come back and Crazy Quinn could come back. And I'm like, Paris, you better run for your life. Yeah, bitch, you better run for your life because she's gonna come after you, bitch. She is. But it was classic. They always have weddings, and Carter always officiates the ceremonies. That was totally in character, totally in line with the show. I like when shows actually do that. They stay kind of keep it in line. I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised. But this time he was part of the problem. And I like the fact that he started to come clean. It shows that he does have some integrity. It's kind of effed up, but there's something there to be said of him saying, I can't continue this. Just can't continue this. I have to get it out there. And so I thought, there's something, but I might just, oh my goodness, it's gonna be so, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be crazy. Now I heard Zoe Kiara Barnes' last air date is July 6th, which is Tuesday. Has anybody heard, are they recasting the role? I haven't read anything, so I don't know. Because that character, he can go. I don't need a Zoe on the show. But if they do bring somebody on, that'll still be interesting. But she should be done with Carter at this point. You know, but no one should get married at Forrester Mansion. Half marriages don't even go through. It's crazy. That's good. The next thing I want to kind of bring up is Sinn had their baby. Now, was it me? You know I'm shady and everything, but was it me? I mean, it was good. I mean, it was one of the most unusual birthing sequences I've seen on daytime television. Bold gets points for that. I always heard about the birthing in water that is so that it kind of helps the baby enter the world easier, coming out of the amniotic fluid sac into the world, not being so shocked. I didn't, my kids didn't come that way, so I don't know, but I've heard that. But that was very intense. And sometimes it sounded erotic. I don't know what's going on. Like, I mean, he was there with her. I'm like, that's a man for you. Anybody who's seen birth or been through birth, it's not pretty. It's not glamorized. Birth is not beautiful. And I just can't imagine being in there with all the stuff floating around. I'm like, oh. But it was on another level. It was a beautiful sequence of showing them getting closer. I thought, here we go. Now Sinn, you know. I know, I was like, Jackie was making some noises. I was like, and so it wasn't just me, folks. Okay. I was like, Jackie making some noises. I'm like, am I watching daytime TV? I'm like, if I turn my eyes off. Let's turn my eyes off. I was like, what am I hearing? You know, shady Saturday. But it was a beautiful sequence. It shows it's cementing their love. If you think about it, they have a shared experience, bringing birth of their child into the world, and no one can take that away from them. at all. And I like the fact that she's the forester and he's not. He's an other. And they're gonna bring on his parents, Ted King being one of them. So it'll be nice to see them see someone else and not related to everybody in there. It'll be great. So baby is here. We got that going. Stephanie's living her best life. That was good. Justin and Thomas. Justin, again, when they showed his montage of all different things, that wasn't even everything, but a lot of things, you know. Excuse me. I had a little sleep. I know you don't trust Finn still. Well, you know, that's soaps. You probably shouldn't. But Justin going through again, justifying what he's doing, puns intended. He is. I'm rooting for him in a weird way. Like, go Justin, shit. You know, why not? I mean, it's showing how Bill talks to him, seeing his point of view of it over the years, the things like burning down the Spectra building, having Rich pissed off the helicopter. I mean, he assisted in a lot of stuff. He's just as complicit as Bill. And he's not, and I think he knows on some level, but he feels like I should have the power now because, you know, I did all that, so it should be me. I actually understand it. But like Thomas said, you're not thinking it through because what are we going to do with Thomas? You're going to sit there forever. You kill him. That would be crazy. He'll be a murderer. So it's like, I don't know where to go with the story. I love it, though. I'm in. They don't mention Emma. They never mention Emma. So do you think I'm doing it because of Emma? I have no clue. Unless they show us something. When they showed those clips, it was all about Bill barking orders at him and saying everything comes back to Dollar Bill. So he has not mentioned Emma or nothing. The fans mention her, but no one's mentioned her. So if that comes up later, that'll be great. But so far they've never led that direction. They haven't. So I'm like, well, if that's the case, so then, you know, I mean, what do we do? But he's like, I'm in control. Wyatt has no idea what's going on. I mean, Wyatt got things going on. Both his parents doing some stuff just going buck wild. But I don't know. I find myself rooting for Justin. I get what he's saying. It's so weird. But poor Thomas, right? We're saying poor Thomas. Like, this show twists you in knots. I mean, in a good way. I mean, I'm like, okay, shit, I ain't doing it. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, Thomas has passed. This time he didn't do anything wrong. He's actually trying something right. Yeah, they're not going. They're just right now. They're just not going that direction. I do trust Bold sometimes over some of the other soaps. Besides, they do deliver. So for you guys out there, yeah, I mean, Emma could come up later as a point of redemption for him. But it being about business and about Bill completely makes sense to me. I said on the other show the other day, it was my Google cell. He has every right to feel how he feels. He's like, I'm tired of this. You go over there. So my groceries are falling. They can't get up. You know, it's very much this, you know, you were groomed to be the next in charge. And then like I said, these sons come out of nowhere, not just one, but two, now three. Little Will, he feels pushed aside. It is business. It's ego, it's business, it's working so hard for somebody not being seen, for like being seen properly. It's relatable. It's totally relatable in life. We've all been there where we don't feel like we're being seen, right? Now. So that should be very interesting too. But he showed the flashbacks on that too. And I was like, yeah, he did. And that's only a fraction of things he's done for them over the years. You know, it's like we never see the personal lives. So it's not just really this is open. As a writer myself, this leaves a way open interpretation because we don't know what he does on his off time. We don't know if he goes home and is angry at Bill every night, just comes in, smiles, does the job. Bill barks orders, he does it. This is great because it's fancy. And people are attacking it. Oh my God. So people online are protective of Aaron D. Spears or attacking him. And what he is doing doesn't necessarily mean that he's off the show. And he keeps saying that. He goes, I never said I was leaving. And we go on. Him and Carter both. These are soaps. They can, I mean, Thomas should have, we thought he was going to be in the corner. And we see what's going on with him. Good writing, acting, direction can turn this around. And Bo has given us some twists and turns in the last year, right? So I mean, they could totally turn this around into something. I'm just saying, it can be totally turned around. So I wouldn't put it past them to come with something equally as outrageous, something that works, and all of a sudden Justin and Carter both are fine. You just never know. You just never know. So I think I'm going to just wait and see. Oh, okay. So that's all I wanted to say. I just want to come on and do this for a little bit. This show is always short, so it's not going to be an hour like that. I don't have the other girls talk to you about it because I love talking about this show with the girls. But I just want to bring us up the past because it's what the rewind is about. We're rewinding. That they did a great use of the past to explain people's feelings, Donna and Justin especially. Brooke's longtime hatred for anybody who's not herself with Eric, and there's a lot of history they used, which I thought was really great. So our show, The Bold and Beautiful Media Spotlight, is every Sunday, except for this Sunday, at 11 a.m. I'm working on getting some guests for you when we come back. I'll be sending emails out on Monday to PR people. And I'm so excited to bring certain people to you guys. And then that's on YouTube here on JLJ Media. Go ahead and subscribe. And of course, we have Bold and Beautiful Rewind is one of our top-rated audio dramas on JLJ Media. It's everywhere: Spotify, Apple, Google, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. Check it out. Follow, subscribe. I have some great interviews I've been posting from the past. Anthony Chappelle, who's on Love Victor right now. Aaron D. Spears interview, the one St. Victor, Carter Mosley interview. Check those out. They're fun. They're great interviews. Put them in your ear while you're doing laundry, walking the dog, driving in the car. Take a listen. And here's some good stuff. And I have more coming. So I'm also going to offer this live as an audio podcast, of course, too. So you can listen to it too if you're listening to it. Everyone, please take care of yourselves. We'll be back next Sunday with our regular show, all our shows, and we'll see you then. Have a great 4th of July. If you're in America, have a great 4th of July. Have a safe 4th of July day. I'll see you next time.